The Exodus. The Exodus refers to the biblical story of the Israelites' departure from slavery in Egypt, as recorded in the Old Testament, primarily in the book of Exodus. Under the leadership of Moses, God guided the Israelites out of Egypt, where they had been enslaved for centuries, through a series of 10 plagues. God demonstrated his power to Pharaoh, the Egyptian ruler, who repeatedly refused to release the Israelites. Finally, after the 10th plague, which struck down the firstborn of Egypt, Pharaoh let them go. Moses led the people across the Red Sea, which parted miraculously, allowing them to escape while the Egyptian army perished. In the wilderness, God provided food, manna, and water, guiding them with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. God then established his covenant with them at Mount Sinai, giving them the 10 Commandments and the law to live by as his chosen people. Despite hardships and disobedience, the Israelites were led toward the Promised Land, a journey that took 40 years, due to their struggles with faith and trust in God. Practical lessons for today. 1. Faith and dependence on God. The Exodus reminds us that God is present and powerful, especially in times of hardship. In challenging situations, turning to God for guidance and relying on his provisions can help us persevere, even when we feel lost or trapped. 2. Obedience and trust. Like the Israelites, who often struggled to obey, we also face the challenge of trusting God's path and timing. The story encourages us to trust that God knows what's best, even when we don't see the full picture. 3. Freedom and liberation. The Exodus highlights God's heart for freedom and justice, inspiring us to work against oppression and support the liberation of others, both physically and spiritually. Today, this can motivate us to advocate for the marginalized and stand up against modern forms of enslavement, whether social, economic, or spiritual. 4. Community and covenant. The Israelites were led as a community, bound by a covenant with God. The Exodus invites us to value community and shared values, recognizing that spiritual journeys often involve support, accountability, and encouragement from others. 5. Hope in the journey. The journey to the Promised Land was long and challenging, symbolizing that our own journeys may be filled with setbacks. Yet, it teaches that with faith, we can move through these struggles toward a better future with purpose and hope. The Exodus story, with its rich narrative of liberation, faith, and transformation, serves as a timeless lesson that God is with us through all circumstances, guiding us toward freedom and purpose.